The long form is broken down into 3 phases. We're going to look at the close of the first phase. We're going to go from withdraw and push to Wuji. I'm going to just do it in the direction of the form, and after that I'll turn around and detail it for you. All right, I'm going to fall back. So that's why when you do your withdraw and push, don't have your hands go way out here. Got to be down here. Just right here. Don't go past your knee. Now, I'm going to fall back and let my hands, just like the process of doing the single whip, you're going to fall away. So your hands are an imaginary wall, sort of Velcro up to those walls. Again, don't have them flat, keep them curved. Sit back. All right, so I'm clearly separate from yin and yang. From here, I'm going to float my hands and pivot my left foot. I'm still 100% in my right leg. As I sit back and shift to my left leg, I'm going to start to straighten the right heel and drag it straight back so that I'm setting up a Wuji stance, and my left hand is going to come over my right, and it's going to be on the left side of my body near my hip and my left thigh. Now the next thing is I'm going to roll my hands. I'm going to roll them up and bring them to this position. So you might want to practice this part of the move a little bit, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to scissor them. All right, I see a lot of people sort of get this part confused. Don't scissor them. In fact, if you want to get a sense of what that's like, just stand Wuji and do the scissor thing. And if you're feeling it the same way I'm feeling it, it feels a little tight and binding. Now, the proper thing is to have your hands like this, and if you roll the palms outward, then it's just you lifting at the elbows. And again, using our elbows to lift our hands is the recommendation when you're doing Tai Chi Chuan. You never want to lift your hands using your shoulders. Again, Principle 5 talks about relaxing the shoulders, keeping the elbows down. So same deal here. When I just do this, I'm not lifting with my shoulders at all. I'm just rolling my hands. So to help you think about which way to go, my palms are down. If I just roll my hands and get the palms to face the outside, to the sides, they're going to fall naturally into place right here. Okay? So putting all of that together, I have a good bow stance, hopefully. I'm going to fall back away from my hands, pull the left foot around. Now I'm pigeon-toed, my left foot's facing the front. I'm going to part the waters, straighten out the right foot, and drag it back to my Wuji. So I'm 100% in my left foot, and my hands are left over right. Then I'm going to shift to 50-50 and roll my hands. Okay? And since I'm at it, when we go on to the next gesture, which is called Embrace the Tiger and Carry to the Mountain, we're going to go back to this position, but to a center step. So as just a little introduction or preview of what I'm going to be doing next, once I hit my Wuji, it's like I come into it, fall away, float around, pull back, come into Wuji, go out of Wuji, come into it, and go out of it. This sets up the next move. One other detail I want to bring your attention to is to be careful not to bend over or break at the waist when you cover your leg. So this is what I'm talking about. I fall away, I float my hands, I part the waters. Now, right here, I sometimes see a tendency of people to bend over and cover this leg. Don't do that. Fall away, float, always keep the back straight, part the water, straighten out the foot. And as long as you're sunk in your right leg, you won't have any problem covering it and still being straight up and down. it's not good to break the waist in Tai Chi. I don't care what gesture it is. We're always keeping this vertical alignment. I take care of things by sitting, sinking, whatever it is. Even if it's snake creeps down, I'm always keeping my back straight. Okay? So I'm going to do this in 6 directions with some verbiage, and then I'll do it without the audio. So in the direction of the form first, and then I'll change angles so you can follow along. So these are all follow alongs until I face the camera, in which case you mirror me. Alright, from here, fall away. Again, good separation of yin and yang. Pivot the left foot 90 degrees. You're now in a pigeon-toed stance. Part the waters. Pull the heel. Drag it back. Left hand over the right. Center your weight 50-50. Roll the hands up. Fall back. Float. Part the waters. Straighten out the right foot. Drag it back. Roll the hands, 50-50 Wuji. Fall away. Pivot the left foot. Part the waters, straighten out the right foot. Drag it back. Left hand on top of right. Roll the hands up. Done. Okay, going in the uncommon direction of the form, we'd be in a right bow stance. Everything's the same except the right hand will be on top instead of the left. Fall back. Float. Part the waters. Shift to the right leg. Pull the heel. Drag it back. Right hand on top. Roll. Wuji. Fall away. Float. Part the waters. Straighten out the left foot. Drag it back. Right hand on top. Roll up. Wuji. Mirror me. I'm going to do everything in the opposite. Fall away. Float. Part the waters. Straighten out the foot. Bring it back. Wuji.